Okay, family. I have reached my 15-minute max, so this is to be continued on the vaginal rejuvenation and the G shot. Again, there's a warning here, and it is for women only. For adults, please. Um, Again, I am not a doctor, so I am merely speaking on the consultation that I was given. Um, as it cut out on the how they're going to restructure your vagina. Well, I think at the time I was talking about the clit, which is the bulb, and what they do about that portion. Now, what they do is like a mini circumcision around the bulb, whereas the hood of your clit, as some men call it, the men in the boat. And what they do is they also trim off some of that skin, some of that foreskin on top of your bulb, and then it heightens the sensitivity and it makes you be able to come more quicker. So like with some women, when they're aroused, it gets hard, and it does, just like a man, it gets hard. And some women's bulbs are bigger than others, and some have like damn near a mini penis. I mean, like boom. It just depends. Again, everything is subjective to everybody's body is different. So what one woman may have, that don't mean your shit is wickety whack or deformed or any of that. It's just the fact that it's subjective. What one woman might have, the other woman may not have it. So there's also an alternative to the vaginal rejuvenation fees, which is again about $2,500 to about $6,000 for this procedure to be done. But again, it gives you a very, very nice looking pussy, period. And a lot of women get it, but I guess a lot of women that are concerned about it get it. Okay, and a lot of women that can afford it and just have, money at their disposal, that's just, their play money, get it. A lot of women get it and don't talk about it. A lot of women cross the border and go get it for $1,500. Just like that G shot, they'll go over there, and I've heard women that it costs $1,500 over here, and they can get it over there for a couple hundred. Hey, I don't know, but so I've heard. But also to go a cheaper route, I know a lot of women speak on alum. If a lot of you are familiar with alum, alum is a condiment. It's a spice. And it comes in a little jar like this, a little plastic jar. It's going to be over there in your black pepper and seasoned salt, Al. McCormick makes a little with a red top, and it's about this big. And it's called alum, A-L-U-M. And what alum does whatever, is they put like a half a teaspoon of alum in their douche bottle, and they douche with it. And what it does is it tightens up your vagina. Go figure. I've never used alum, but I know a lot of people have used alum, and a lot of people swear by it. That's one of them 70s get-downs where women was like, to make their shit back on tight status. They went on up in there and just whoop, up in there, and it was just back tight, and daddy didn't know a difference. So that is one alternative that a lot of women do. And just like, when you're on your period and you want to cut your period off, so then therefore you can go ahead on and do the get down with your significant other. And a lot of women dish with cold water. Does it work? Yes, it works. Now, it only works for a matter of maybe an hour or two, depending on your flow. Some women flow heavy, some women don't. Whereas with me, I have an IUD, the Mirena. With the Mirena, it diminishes your period, or you have none at all. So that's just what that does. So you know, when my period comes on, and even with my fibroid. Now, before I was having periods, you know, well, with the fibroid, okay, I would flow for 20 days straight. Not a heavy flow, but I would flow. And then when my fibroid really got to kicking off, that's when I started passing the blood clots and all that stuff. But just on some regular shit before my fibroid really got to showing out, I would have almost like little to no period. You know, whereas I could wear a panty liner and I'm cool all day. You know, I mean, it just diminishes your period to almost non-existent. And when it's like that, when your flow is that light, I can go in there and dish up with some cold water and boom, period is off, and let's go head on and get down with the get down. You know what I mean? And y'all know some men is just so fucking nasty. You know, whether you coming on, going off, or anywhere in between, they go head on, fold up that towel, put that up under that ass, and go head on with the get down. Now those are some real nasty motherfuckers. You know, I have been there and done it. I'll be the one to say yes. I've been with one that's done it too. But, you know, a lot of women won't admit that. And not saying that that's the sanitary route, because it's not. But, you know, a lot of women have done it and just don't talk about it and shit like that. But I'm keeping it real. And this is my motherfucking channel and my segment. And I'm going to tell it like a TI is. And I ain't got no time to front. So, if you want some real shit, I'm going to give you the real shit. Yes, you can do that and it will cut it off. I've also heard of women taking a sponge and cutting a little triangle out of the sponge and taking it and putting it on the tip of their finger and putting it up there, and it will stop the period. So then therefore they can go head on and get down with the get down and just take it on up out of there later. Yes. One of my friends, she even took some Vaseline, some petroleum jelly, scooped it on up out of there, put some on her middle finger, put it up there and put it right at her cervix to keep it from right on the tip of her cervix, right there at that back door, at that trap door. Boom, period was off. So, you know, I mean, everybody got their own get down on how they work their pussies. And so, you know, but again, ladies, you have to know your body, period. You know, and just like one of my subscribers sent me a message today, and so she was saying, you know, her mama had told you know, them as girls, you know, every morning you need to taste your pussy, because how you gonna want somebody else to eat it and you can't even taste it? You know, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I dig my finger up in my pussy and I go ahead on and taste it. Not saying that I do that, but you know, we are the first ones that know our asses is fired up. You know, whether it's Paducey or whatever it is. And Paducey, ladies, let me tell you what Paducey is, because a lot of people was getting it wrong. Paducey is ass, dick, and pussy. So, and that's after you done had sexual relations. This motherfucker done came up in there and half-ass brought you the towel at the end of the night, but yet you still went to sleep and didn't get up and pee right quick, or didn't get up and throw some water up and get up under it. The next morning, you're smelling like Paducey. You smell like his ass, and you smell like your ass too, plus the rest of the shit and the juices and all that other shit, and it done marinated overnight, and that's what you got. So that's what that is. But yet, once again, ladies, though, you know, nobody really need to tell us on how to conduct our business as women. You know, a lot of women weren't taught these things. A lot of women, it was a don't ask, don't tell type of situation, whereas they'd been ashamed to talk to their mothers about their bodies. You know, they were calling them pocketbooks and so on and so forth. And just like my baby, she calls it the cuckoo. Well, you know, hey, everybody got their own term, but I feel like, you know, this is an open dialogue that we really should have. You know, I'm talking with your closest girls. I'm not talking about just on some random shit all at the cubicle and shit. Girl, I had to dish my pussy out, girl. Oh, shit, girl, what's up on that alum? I'm not saying it like that, but still, you know, we as women, we really need to come together, you know, and start talking about different things and, you know, be soldier-esque for each other, you know, because we're all in a struggle in one way, shape, or form. So, anyway, on that note, ladies, I'm planning on getting vaginal rejuvenation. I'm going to hit y'all up on it and let y'all know how it works out. So that's what it is. Deuces, y'all. I love you. Until the next Women and Women segment. Bye, ladies.